Hello everyone, I'm Noel Lennon.
I'm Green Giant.
And welcome back to Crash Bandicoot. This
Part
is part 5.
Yes.
Okay, just to start off, I'd say for the whole of this part, I will be playing the game because George had a little accident. Would you like to explain to the audience what
I did. Before I explain, I'm probably not going to be able to play anything really for about a month. Of course, it's all going to go to shit now because Harry's playing and he's awful. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's hurtful.
Yeah. Good. I
kind of stopped for a second. Like, I can't believe you said that.
I hope it hurts because my wrist bloody does.
Anyway, go on,
what happened? So I just got back from walking my dog.
New dog, Billy.
Yep, new dog, as you saw in the banner.
Probably.
Well, if you're looking at our channel anyway, that doesn't matter.
All three faithful.
Yes. So it was a dark, stormy night. No, it wasn't. It was just an average day.
Actually, what day was it? Oh, fuck.
Christmas Eve.
Really?
No, or was it Christmas? It was Christmas Day morning. What a fun day that was. So yeah, I just got back from walking Billy, and I always let him off the lead at the bottom of my steps, and he goes and walks up to the door and whatever.
Did you just do that so you can just...
Yeah, I'm just slowly getting used to walking off lead and whatever.
Fair enough.
And I didn't see there was a cat next door. Bad George. So, yeah, he wandered off next. Well, he didn't wander. He sort of just minced over to the cat next door.
I love that. I love that adjective, mince.
Put it in anything, it's just boosts it right up. Yeah, so I sort of ran after him because I didn't really know if he was going to run after it or run away or whatever. And there was a load of standing water and leaves on the floor, and I slipped on it and landed on my wrist, side of my hand, and now it's fucked.
So what did you do after that? Did you like literally just go in and you didn't notice how bad it was until later?
Well, I knew it was bad, but my dad's like, oh, it's Christmas Day, we're not going to the hospital now. I'll be packed. So I was literally forced to stay at home and just be in pain on Christmas Day. It was horrible. My dad's really not that bad. I made him sound horrible now, but love you, Dad.
He's a prick.
But yeah, I can't do anything with it. I can't turn it over. I can't pick anything up.
Can't play Crash.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
Yeah, I was just going to say that must be such a loss for you.
I mean, the fact I couldn't open my presents properly.
That's hilarious, though.
I couldn't cut up my dinner on Christmas Day.
Couldn't you?
No.
Who did it for you?
I did get my mum to do it. Like, Harry's been doing things to me. They just like opening Christmas
I had to wank him off earlier.
Because it does require two hands, and since my left hand's out of action... Yes.
Okay, it's getting weird now.
But anyway...
Don't make it gay, George.
Yeah, that happened. Sorry for making that really long-winded, but...
It's fine, I'm sure we've taken up some time.
Yeah, that happened. So, do you like this level?
Yeah, I actually playing for because I did a practice run before we actually started properly recording. I actually don't mind this level. I mean, like the last couple haven't been that great.
No, it's a boost. It's
nice,
quite colourful and not really colourful, but it's just nice.
It's a nice colour palette.
Yeah, that's the one I was going for. Yeah. But
to be honest, me and John had a talk before this after I wanked him off, and we agreed.
Sex talk.
Yeah, we agreed that we're not ever going to do another Crash game again, just because this one's been quite annoying to do. If you've heard the previous parts, been getting quite frustrated with it. Because to be honest, nothing against the game. It's fun when you don't have to talk over it, but you start to run out of stuff to say purely because you're just doing the same thing in each level.
And we said about Crash, it's not really just Crash in general. Really 3D platformers.
Like Mario 64 was one we were going to do, but
it's just the structure of the game where. You're not looking for anything. There's nothing new coming up. There's not really a storyline.
Yeah, you can talk about. There's none of that. So.
All it is just a new level design every time, and you're going around and collecting stuff.
And for honest, I honestly get quite bored.
I mean, maybe Super Mario 64 does a bit more of the story,
but to be honest, nothing against Super Mario 64. It broke ground at the time, but I find it quite boring to play. I don't know if it's just me. Do you find it boring?
I don't know. You have to be in the mood.
Yeah, I agree. But
it's nothing against the games at all. They're great to play, but it's
the same problem with Paper Mario, really, isn't it?
For a commentary, they're not really that interesting.
Well, I wouldn't say it's not interesting. I just say we get bored doing it. You'd have to edit out a lot of battles in Paper Mario, for example.
Yeah, it's not great, but
shit.
Yeah, we were working out earlier. We're about 43% of the way in. From this game.
Yeah, but
this level.
If you're doing 100% run, of course.
Yeah.
Because there's this level, next level's Koala Kong, and then we've got...
Yeah, after Koala Kong, we move to the last island.
Yeah. And
so we're doing good. We're doing well. We're doing good well.
Yeah, we're only 5 parts in, and we've pretty much done.
We're going to make it to the next island, so the last island.
So,
isn't
the last island the longest?
Yeah, there's more levels on that.
Shit.
I mean, on these two, they've got the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What, the first
there's
island?
9 on the first and second,
okay, yeah.
And on the last one, there's 1, 2, 15.
No.
So yeah,
it's gonna be fun. Especially
to get 100%, there's 26 gems and 2 keys.
The only thing about this game is I wouldn't. If
there's a key on this level.
I don't care.
I'm just.
If we ever did any of the Crash games, I wouldn't mind 100% in them. We're not going to, but if we ever did,
no,
I wouldn't mind because those are quite. It's fun to find out how to 100% it, but this game is just tedious and annoying.
It's not. I don't think this is a game you'd really want 100%.
It's not worth 100%ing. The ending you get is not worth it, especially because it's not canon.
No. So yeah, that's that.
That jump gave me a lot of trouble, by the way. The one I just did, and I just did it first time just then. Fuck my life.
It's always the way. Well, it's not when I play.
But you're not, because you broke your wrist walking your dog.
Yeah. Oh well.
Actually, there wasn't one in I think it might have been the third island. There was shit. There was
a shit.
Yeah, just Cortex being a dick again. There was for fuck's sake. There was a level that was cut out, wasn't there?
Yes.
I love that. I love that really subtle me telling George what to look up really quick.
No, yeah. We're resorting to a bit of trivia.
Yeah,
because
we are running out of stuff to say. Shit. We're running out of shit.
Yeah, so basically, this was found out by hacking.
Yeah.
It's a level called Stormy Ascent. It was found 13 years after the game's release.
Really?
By a veteran Crash hacker called Hack. It's the same theme as Slippery Climb.
And the same bit of music?
It has the same theme as Slippery Climb, I don't know.
Okay, it might have been level aesthetics.
And despite being inaccessible through regular means, it's complete and fully functional.
It's probably when it taken out. I think Did You Know Gaming pointed this out, but wasn't it taken out because the level was ridiculously hard?
It's the toughest level in the game.
Oh.
Compared to this level, Slippery Climb is but a mere tutorial.
Compared to this level,
and quite possibly the entire series.
Oh,
it says it's hard.
But is it hard because it's cheap or hard because it's designed well?
Hang on, it says more about it. Despite its name, Stormy Ascent features a very convoluted layout, forcing you to traverse every possible direction.
It might be convoluted.
Probably, yeah. Including downward. Enemies are abundant, particularly the beaker throwing.
Did you see that? Oh, no. You missed it. Never mind, you'll see it on the playback.
Lab assistance, and there are tons of moving platforms with weird patterns. The level's not impossible to beat, but it's extremely frustrating. If it hadn't been removed, it would have prevented a lot of people from finishing the game.
Really?
Especially when you consider that you can't lose a life if you want a gem in this game.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What, you can't lose a life in the level?
I think so.
Jesus, that's cruel. Like I said, the gems are quite annoying to get in this game. This is the only Crash game I never 100%ed. I always 100%ed the other.
Yeah.
So
So
I loved 100% in Warp. That was a lot of fun.
It's sort of good that it was removed because these are annoying as it is.
Yeah. I think the level design only improved in the subsequent games because it wasn't cheap as hell.
Yeah.
I'm doing alright.
Did you know?
Have you seen the Did You Know gaming series?
No.
Because that's exactly how they start off the video. Seriously. Did you know?
Did you know that Crash was named after his tendency to break crates?
I did not know that.
Oh, well there you go.
I did know that actually, people. I watched on Did You Know Gaming.
Oh yeah, here's another thing about 3D platformers we was talking earlier.
We was talking earlier
about this sort of 3D
platforming
stuff.
What have we done?
It was one of the first 3D platformers. Although the first one was Jumping Flash, which looks a bit weird from the read-up.
I've never played that.
I've never heard of it. It was a launch title, apparently. But
launch titles are just there to basically just show you what the software can do. I think.
It was this followed by... Sorry, it was Jumping Flash followed by Crash, and then Super Mario 64 came out afterwards.
Is that in Europe, though? Because it didn't... Was that in Japan?
The audio was a bit funny. I can't remember exactly.
I think Mario 64 was first in Japan.
It came out in Japan first, I think.
Yeah.
Hang on, just let me find the... Yes. By 2 months. No, 1 month. No, 2. It's July. Silly George.
Silly George.
Yeah.
That was a dodgy jump there. I made it though.
Yeah, we're doing alright. Well, you're doing alright.
Oh, I just made that. I think I'm near the end now. Yeah, I am.
Yeah. That's quite a cool background.
I've done it. Yeah, that's it's a nice background to look at actually, because you can see Cortex is a.
There actually seems to be a bit of depth.
Yeah.
For once, which is nice.
It's like Super Mario World backgrounds. I don't know if you've ever seen them, and really nice they are to look at. Not loud at all. It's just really nice. Okay, Koala Kong.
Okay.
Koala Kong, go now.
The end of this second island.
Yeah, it's been a joy ride.
Yeah.
Koala Kong actually does make an reappearance in Crash Bash, which I would have loved to have done for Versus, but it doesn't work.
Looks so blocky.
Yeah. Might just be the emulator though.
Oh yeah, that's probably part of it. But
I don't really like this boss. I find this boss quite annoying. Like, it took me a few tries to get it down a minute ago. Crash Bash uses a load of like all these boss characters from this game mainly, like Ripperoo, Dingo Dial.
That's had a cool bit of trivia actually. The first 3 levels to be finished were moved onto the 3rd island for being too hard. These are Cortex Power, Generator Room, and Heavy Machinery.
Well, Heavy Machinery is the first level of the next island, so
yeah,
that's fun.
The first 3 they made.
I wonder why the first 3 were the high. I bet it was because they were just going nuts with it, basically, just what they could do. It's interesting to think like only like 1 or 2 years before this, they were even using 3D technology. That must have been really. I mean, like, I wasn't born in the period when this came out, so it must have been completely mind blowing for people seeing this.
Such a change.
Oh fuck!
It's still weird now how fast just gaming has developed in the last 20 years, really.
Oh, that is bullshit! Did you see that? I nearly got him. Like it's something like I played what was it? Soul Calibur 2 the other day. It came out in 2003. I suppose how shit it still looks nice, but it's like it's only 10 years ago, and that game is completely outclassed by loads of other things. For example,
yeah.
It would be nice to see how a modern Crash game would look, but unfortunately, Sony don't really own it.
No, I don't know if they would do anything else.
There was a rumor the other day that Crash was bought back, and people getting really excited about it, but it turned out to be false.
Yeah,
That's slightly disappointing.
It would have been good.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried it with Banjo-Kazooie, but
don't even talk to me about that. It hurts too much. The problem with Banjo-Kazooie though is, you know what's really sad? The platform actually works really well in that game, but he controls fine and he jumps. He has good weight to him and shit like that. But they took it out and made it a fucking game about Lego cars. I just don't understand that.
No. I don't know. You've got to be careful with rebooting old games.
Yeah.
You can piss off a lot of people.
Pissed me off, Banjo-Kazooie. Especially because that game cost like a lot of money when it came out.
Yeah.
This boss is actually taking quite an annoyingly long time. It's just mainly it's the hitbox of getting hit by the blocks that fucks me over a lot. I like to imagine that Koala Kong is just like he's steroid abuse.
I mean, I think a game that stays sort of consistent with age probably be Mario in a way.
Yeah,
I know the games aren't exactly so great
imaginative,
but
imaginative is the word.
They're still consistently good. There's never really any sort of bugs with them or anything really wrong.
No, in 3D World, there's a massive problem with drop distance. Apparently, that's a Wii U game. That's shocking. You know what I mean with drop distance?
I think so. But
basically, as you get, have you ever played Wind Waker?
Yeah.
You know when you get close to an island
and
it kind of appears in the foreground.
All right.
In the background, sorry. The way they cover up the drop distance is by having it take a long time for you to get to the island, because it builds the excitement. Mario does it badly because the textures sort of just pop in.
Okay.
Which is what bad drop distance is. I think it's either draw distance or drop distance it's called.
Draw sounds like it sounds more
Done.
fitting, but
Done it.
we're done. All right.
Done that bitch. Dust this bitch. Okay, this is it.
We're on to the final island.
I could do this level. Or do you want to call this a part?
No, we're pulling the next part.
Okay, so this has been part 5 of Crash. It's been quite an enjoyable part, actually.
Yeah, the trivia's definitely.
Yeah. So we'll see you next time.